Kulu. Ninjani mkulu. Nilete livakashi.
Livakashi ngiboni nozibona
yabona lapha ikhatheni
No marabona bayakubona.
Oh marabona bayangibona nje ngingababona.
Uyamkhumbula uJonas Gwangwa mkhulu?
Ubani?
uJonas Gwangwa.
I had to.
Mamba.
Uyayikhumbula amandla group ye-ANC? Lapho badlala music kakhulu.
Hayi bavela ngaphezulu. Yangilapha abafana bahlabela abahlala.
No, abanye lapho.
Oh, abanye
lapho. Laba bekuyi-cultural group ye-ANC.
Okay.
Yes, Julukuzabalala. Saze sahamba saya eMaputo ukuyobalalela. Ngaphola nje ebusuku ngabo-7 ngabuya ngabo-2 ekuseni. Yes, but angizange ngikutshela. Sengiyakutshela manje. Sengiyakutshela. Ngikutshela ngoba nangu umama Gwangwa sorry. Gwangwa uzokubulisa.
Yebo sabulana. Hawu.
And then no Jonas Gwangwa. Beze nomndeni wabo nabanye bavele South Africa. Bazele lo mbereko.
Yeah.
Iye.
Hawu sabuka mfowethu manje.
I think abanye uzobabona kusasa. Omunye
uzobona kusasa yini?
Iye uzobabona kusasa. Angithi uma ngifika la ngifike Sunday. So i-sitting room yala endlini seyisekamereni la kamkhulu. So that's where the TV is. So ngiyafika ngicela labantwana ukuthi bafaka ama-news. So after a while uthi umkhulu, hayi man vulela ibhola man sifuna ukubukela ibhola. So sibukele i-World Cup umkhulu.
Siyabonga mfowethu. Yebali. Awathi umrothi mtama phimbo. Kama ngubona besabona nomasakana. Ngibona abantu abangabona.
Okay, I would like us to do, oh, sure, go ahead.
No, the problem is it doesn't
Then the next point is this one. Those of us who are old enough, we will remember Pretoria Church Street bomb blast. Ubani ungayazi Pretoria Church Street bomb blast? Phakamisani izandla. Okay. The car that was used for that blast was parked la kuneyitulo khona for 3 months. Now, in those days, we would not buy these cars. We would steal them. So, uma uqeda ukuyitshontsha imoto kuthiwa isashisa. So you don't want to drive it around whilst it's still hot. So you need to go and keep it somewhere to cool off. So it was cooling off here for 3 months. Right? When it left, it had changed its number plates. When the people who came to pick up the car took it out of here, park it right here where you see this car, facing out. Now, we had witnessed a lot of operations being sent off and people coming back, and we're celebrating. Even your Yena Lobabala, Opu Masina. Okay, Anbize Numasina Ezela. Even no Numasina, when we sent him off on his operation, we actually knew he was coming back. But with the Pretoria Church Street bomb blast, we knew it was a suicide mission. And it was the only operation, the first and the last operation where we cried as a family. Because we knew that those people are not coming back. So he left and came back. He left again and came back, right? But with Pretoria Church Street bomb blast, it was very different. And part of it was because one of the people involved in that operation was a relative. Niyambona lo sisi lo banga umsindo loya sikhuluma. Joanna. Oba umsindo siyakhuluma. Umntwana kaJoanna uthi malume or uthi mkhulu. No, uthi mkhulu to one of the people who was involved in the Pretoria Church Street bomb blast. A certain Maseko from Soweto. And 2 years ago, when I told the story, you see, the organizers of this event bring me all sorts of characters. And this year they brought these characters to capture the event. For the past 2-3 years, they had brought 2 Afrikaners to capture the event. One of the Afrikaners was standing with me next to the car when I was telling the story. So as I was telling the story, looking at the people listening, I could see that they were no longer looking at me. They were looking at the sky. So I turned around and I looked at the sky. The guy was sweating. He was red. So I stopped and I said, bro, what is happening? And that's the year when we celebrated the widows of the struggle. Lots of them were here, including the wife to Umasego who perished at the Pretoria Church Street bomb blast. He was standing here, like with you. And then when I asked this guy, what is wrong? He said, you know, the story you're telling for me is first-hand. He was actually in the SADF. There's a big difference between SADF and SANDF. He was in the Defense Force then and operating from the same building which was being targeted in Pretoria. And he says the only thing that saved him is that he decided to go for lunch 2 minutes earlier. As he was crossing the street, he was in the middle of the street trying to cross. the bomb went off. And it threw him across the street. And that's how he survived. And he says he still remembers it vividly. So that's one of the stories. The last point I'm going to show you is the famous mango tree, which is at the back or at the front.
Before we go, you said you knew beforehand that the operatives were not coming back.
Yeah.
So now what happened to them?
Yes, they perished. Both of them.
In the same bomb blast?
Yes. Yes, they died.
Why was that particular mission a suicide kind of arrangement instead of just going there, driving the car, parking there, and then walking away?
No, you know, I think what? They miscalculated the distance. You see, there's a radius of destruction. Okay. When I plant a bomb here, I know that 200 meters to go there and there and then all
That's fine.
So they miscalculated that distance.
Okay.
So when the bomb they planted exploded, they were still in the vicinity of there. It was not a suicidal mission as such.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's one perspective. One of them really died as a result of the bomb blast, right?
Yeah.
The other one died because he was shot, right? So it was a unique operation in its nature, in the sense that it was an operation that was going to take place right in the city center of Pretoria. And as you know, Pretoria was a fortress for Amaboni. You couldn't touch them in Pretoria. Right? Now you're planning an operation right in the city center. You're going to attack a building, Yamasocha, I think it was the Air Force, the Air Force building in Pretoria. And the idea was to hit right at lunchtime as they were exiting the building, because they exit en masse, and the objective was to kill tens of them at the same time, right at their center. Right? Now, even if the people had escaped the bomb blast, they knew that the likelihood is they were going to be caught before they escaped the perimeter of Pretoria. So there was a combination of the two. Yeah.
And was the car loaded with bombs by the time it left here, or did they pick the bombs along the way?
No, the bombs were fitted in Pretoria.
Okay.
So when it left here across the border, it was clean and it was cool. It was no longer a hot car.
What year was it?
Pretoria Church Street bomb blast would have been 84, isn't it 84?
Between 84 and 85. Yeah, 84, 85.
Yeah, I think 84, 85.
Yeah, because
September then crossed the floor in 86.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all the dates are in the book. We can verify them.
And
Yeah.
it changed O.R. Tambo's speeches from then on. You remember when he was called a terrorist in Australia?
Exactly.
Kopef. So the political discussion, we had to change the way we spoke. Between the soft target and the hard target. What is it? You remember Masina? To change Chile from there.
It was almost one of the most disastrous operations of the ANC.
Yeah.
It got to the verge of the ANC being declared a terrorist movement by the United Nations. So they had to spend the rest of the period subsequent to that
Explaining.
20 May 1983.
83. Okay,
Yeah,
sharp.
good.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think I got the book. 85. Maybe not got a documentation in 1985 because we had a discussion
back
about
on
the soft
what
target.
then happened to September after he was saved here. Did he then get
Well,
caught
he was
some-
saved here only to be killed by his handlers. He came here December 1993, and elections were April 1994. He was killed February of 1994. He was poisoned by his own people. Yeah.
Okay, or was it out of fear now that we were heading into elections, that he was going to spill the beans?
Yeah, he had too much information. Abonofomela had actually started talking, and the regime was not ready for more people to continue talking. Yeah, this is how they decided to eliminate him.
And this September, is he by chance related to someone called Dalsi September?
No, no. September is a pseudonym. Yeah. Yena, Glory, Sibata, Sidibe. Yabona bata badala bayasiza ukuba khona. Yena waka Sidibe. Yeah. Okay, then we can go to see the mango tree.
Okay.
We'll just go. Okay. This is the infamous mango tree. And you know, given its age, it was able to produce other mango trees around it. Others have died, but this one has survived. This tree was used by different people for different reasons. The most significant for me is that the first interview of the book number 43 was done under this tree. My interviewer was in book. But he was interviewed here. And the South African, the Swazi police operating together with the South African security forces would use the same tree. From time to time, they would come here and raid everybody in the house and the back buildings to go and throw them or throw us into police cells in Manzini. In the meantime, they would then stay watch here. In the meantime, they would stay watch here and wait for anybody who comes in and out and pounce on them. Now they were very strategic. They knew the month cycle. Towards the 25th of every month, there would be somebody who would come and deposit a brown envelope. And this brown envelope was enveloped with money for operation. And they would deliver it to Magogo and go away. And the person who was supposed to pick it up would come a day later and come and pick up the envelope and move on. So these cops had actually picked up that cycle. So they would time their operations. They would never do an operation on the 2nd or 3rd of the month. They would come around the 24th, 25th. They know that that envelope is coming. As soon as they get hold of the envelope, they go away. So that's what would happen. Now, my comrades, prior to the tree being used by the security forces, when they would run away from the police officers, they would run out Abani Babaki. And then the most romantic of the experiences was when a family from my father's side was visiting. And that visit coincided with one of the instances where they had locked everybody up in the police station. So they arrive here about 6, 7 at night via Kokota, Agnamu, and they don't know where to go. So they decide, hey, Aslalinda, let's go start it. So they drove the car, parked it here, and they decided to prepare themselves for the night. So they slept. At night, they hear there's a movement, man, like what is this? So one of them walks out. Oh my God, there's a dozen police officers. And the reason they did not arrest them, they presume that these are innocent. So this is how the tree has been used. This is how.
So the police in South Africa also went to the police.
Yes. Yeah. It was a question of dominance. They are a small country, they are harboring people who are fighting against the giant. And when the giant says, if you don't cooperate with us, you will know what will happen to you. They were not ready to test them. So they would cooperate with the group and on both sides. In fact, King Sofuza the late and his mother were actually cut killing them. So Sofuza's philosophy was a very simple one. Just turn a blind eye. If things happen, pretend as if you didn't see them. And that's how it went along. So when they would confront him, there are people who went into South Africa, staged an operation, came back and proceeded to Mozambique. Why didn't you arrest them? And Sokuza's, one of the arguments that Sokuza used was, you know, South Africa, Swaziland has a radius of a maximum 110 kilometers. And South Africa, the distance that they took to get to Pretoria or Johannesburg is 4 times that distance. You were not able to catch them. How do I catch them when they only have 100 kilometers? That was the end of the debate.
When the Botswana people said, because they were working together with Botswana. So I know that the smaller countries compared to South Africa, when they walked through the border directly in and they knew where to go because they had made a search first in April and assisted by Botswana. So in June they came because last week was the anniversary.
In fact, just to give them the benefit of the doubt, the Harare Declaration of the OAU actually almost absorbed the smaller countries from being labeled as criminal elements with respect to the liberation movement or participants in disrupt. And the logic is the logic that was raised by the late king last year, who said, if you're standing in front of the lion, you are not the one poking its nose. Because if you poke its nose, it's going to bite you. So, as we understand that Africa has taken a decision against the apartheid regime, we understand that Botswana, Lesotho, and Swaziland are too small to defend themselves against the big South Africa, and too close. Therefore, we will allow them to behave differently to the rest of the continent. Even when SADC was established, the old SADC, SADCC, Southern African, something like that, yes. It was designed to almost wean the SADC countries of dependence on South Africa. And it was also within the concept of the frontline states. But they, even under those circumstances, these 3 countries, Botswana, Lesotho, and South Africa, Swaziland, were excluded from the country.
No, this is, I can tell another, they have my head so we know that it's him. So always okay. How did you find me?
Oh, this is. Hey, okay, I'm born. You're now looking younger. Ufoma. Okay, good. No.
Yeah.
Then it's justified. I will not complain. Rajonas, I think you can wear it on top of that. You know, you think it's going to be hot? It should be. Amas. If it's not, we can take a better.
We're supposed to wear the t-shirts when
Yeah.
Yes, please.
But the organizers are one.
I need a red one. I'm gonna be EFF.
Your friends.
I need a red one.
Your national television.
Now you say you are representing the workers.
Yes. Okay, I'm representing the workers. Okay. That's workers.
Except, can you call one of these boys?
Sorry.
Hot Six must come and sign.
Or do you want to go into Uyapi manje?
Hot Six mfuna atosigna na.
Okay, I think usisema
Atobhala nani.
Okay, ngicela uyothathela uminister i-t-shirt ebomvu. Uzokunika isize yakhe.
I need a red
The
one.
size is private, it's like the book.
Yeah. I think Hot Six is still taking the round. Oh yeah, he's here.
May I just capture this? The signing.
Surprisingly so.
They were trying to capture your signing. Can you pretend as if you're signing?
Oh. Well, I didn't even make the signature,
Now
so
you can do
now I'm making my signature.
There we go.
That's right.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, Bob.
I didn't do that.
You didn't, but so I'm gonna get that lovely
I
moment.
won't allow you the great size.
Don't maybe here next to your comments.
No, it's not. It's the truth. You want to test it?
Yeah, anyway, that's
Okay, thanks.
Oh, okay, no, how now?
When did you start reading? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now why did you join us at the breakfast?
I didn't know what the problem was.
Is it?
I was told it was a business breakfast.
Yes.
Then brought one wine. I just thought I wanted to show the businessman.
There's no better
No,
businessman than you.
Music is business.
I know. This business of music.
Okay, I'll find a pen and sign it for you.
I feel like
So, at least twice a year we do this. We do it at this time of the year, and we do it on Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. On this graveyard, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 family members. Right at the top, when you drive out, there is going to be a grave with the same same sticker saka Magogo. That Grace Leia Kabagazi Masilela, who was the one of the survivors of the Matola raid. Then here we have Ugreni. Ugreni was responsible, I don't know if you remember, the campaign against the, what do you call, the hanging of James Make. She was responsible for carrying the material which came from Mozambique into Swaziland, into South Africa. And because of her condition, they didn't search her. So she just had a license of passage in most cases. So that's how she was able to do the things that she did.
Mange, yes, it's Mange.
Mange.
James
Mange, sorry. Yes,
Mange.
James Rastaman. And then the other one is Angel, the youngest in the family, Olamami, Umamagalo. So, anyway, where you want to place your flower, and then Lankasele, whoever can help us over there, we have 43 of the stems.
If I may ask, why is a long mama this kind of thing on 26 December? I'm very curious because I was born on the 26th of December.
You feel the ownership of the date. Well, if Grace was born on the 26th of December.
Oh.
Yes.
Grace.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And the reason we do it, it's purely convenient.
Okay.
It's simply because we have a family tradition that on December 25, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you have to be at home for Christmas. And then the following day, we do a prayer and people can disappear to their various places. So we've then chosen that date to do this, yeah.
Baba Masilela, please excuse my ignorance. Can you, or maybe even the minister can assist, the order of Luthuli silver, what does it mean? Obviously, it is into recognition of some sort.
Oh, poor minister. You know, you're now looking like all the kids now.
No, historical recording because it has to be done. The little guys who are here will have to understand it in another 20 years or 30 years. And I think that will be the time when they will even appreciate it more. So the order of, you were asking about the order
of Luthuli silver.
Yeah, it's in the order of Luthuli is
in
where?
Silver. Order of Luthuli in silver.
No, I cannot out of my head.
Yeah.
Just because I think you'd have to go into all the orders that are being given, and they are graded in different ways. There's the silver, there's the gold. You'll have to go. You can Google it anyway.
Sure.
These days.
But anyway, quickly.
You can Google it.
It's those who contributed to South Africa's liberation.
Okay.
And the silver are the non-cadres, and the gold are those who actually were in the fighting ranks.
He knows it.
He Googled it.
I should know it.
Okay. Lanka amanyu ngwabeka ngale kwa mkhulu. On mkhulu's side. Wi-Fi strawberry mkhulu.
Give them this side.
Singam court. Singam court.
Mkhulu knows that every time we come here we speak to God.
Okay. Ngizocela ukuthi umam Gwangwa asithandazele.
Modimo ntate, modimo mora, modimo mokgalelana. Re re godimo re tlapela sefatlhego sa gago ka lemoto le thuto go fa. Ke wena ntate o phedileng letsatsi le. Re phuthegile mo modimo wa ka e le gore re gopola mma rona, koko wa rona, motswadi wa rona Jehova o re botshema. Godimo mesebetsi e mengata e ya ntseng modimo wa ka. Le go ruta bana ba rona gore tsela e ga e tsamaiwe fela, e tsamaiwa ka nnete le ka lerato le ka boikokobetso le ka tlhompho. Mabaledi le ba ba tlileng ba tswa kgakala Jehova ra ba lebogela go ba tlhola. Re lebogela bana ba lelapa modimo wa ka ba ileng ba ipopa Jehova gore ba kgone go ba le segopotso se tla reng ke segopotso se se tla gopolwang ke batho botlhe Jehova e se bona fela Modimo ka go ba re mma rona ke mma rona rotlhe rona re tlile fa ka Modimo ka lerato gone re lebile Jehova re lebogela le ministera rona o na leng rona mo o retelang pele Jehova ba re bontsha ka mokgwa o tsamaya ka teng ke tshepa gore bana ba tla ithuta Jehova ba tsebe gore lefatshe le la bona le nkilwe ka go sebetsa gagolo ba sebetse e re ga re tsamaile rona bona ba sale ba ntse ba sebetsa yaka le rona o sala re sebetsa moo bao ba kileng ba leleka ba ntse ba re tsamaisa mo go rona Jehova ke ngwana gago Jehova ke kopa gore o ntshwarele mo go sa fitlhang ka teng fitlhele mo teng mo go diretseng diphoso Jehova ke kopa o tshwarele ka lerato lotlhe Jehova le mosebetsi o santse o tsweletseng babaledi re o beya mo matsogong a gago le go tshwaneng tate ga re phuthegile ba bangwe ba tla nne ba tle Modimo ka ba tlo utlwa ka mokgwa go berekilweng ka teng re lebogela le ba bangwe ba ba robetseng mo Jehova ba kileng ba sebetsang tate le ba sa gopolo mara ba gopola rona ka tsatsi le ra tla re etsa Jehova ga re tla re tse fela fa re ra tla re tsa le ba ba leng ka go South Africa Jehova gobane ba fetile mo tseleng ga ba ne ba lwanela kgololesego ke a go lebogana mabadidi wa ka lebitso le le galelang la Jesu Kriste morena wa rona amen.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I think we are done for the morning. We're already afternoon. And those of us who are going to be doing national duty tonight, we wish you well.
We know those ones will be doing national duty.
I think from now we can go back to the hotel or go back and refresh wherever we are.